Hey, it's Minnie Riley, and I have a question for you. How can you change careers when you are a cam girl? That's like the $1 million question. It was the $1 million question for me for many, many years. We're going to talk about a topic that is not typically talked about when you are working as a cam girl. So I got started in the adult entertainment industry in 2003 as a cam girl, and it was wonderful in the sense I was making my own money. I was working from home. I traveled, I had savings, I had credit, and considering I was a girl who left home at 18 and got myself into a very horrible abusive situation, and then I got myself out of that situation, and I used being a cam girl as a way to support myself and also a way to get myself into the job market of being able to add something to my resume, being very creative in my language of how I wrote it on my resume. And it was great. It was great for about 3 years straight, from 2003 to about 2006. 3 years straight, I could do it. And then I got bored and I got unmotivated. But the big thing about camming was that I didn't want to leave camming because it created a certain lifestyle for me that I was accustomed to. I had time freedom. I had location freedom. If I wanted to take vacations, I could without a boss or any of those things. And then I also had a lot of other freedoms. I was able to just generally just be a person who could stand up for myself and provide for myself because I was making my own money. And that's what held me into working the industry as long as I have. And when you start out as a cam girl, you could get wrapped up into the thing that you think you're going to cam forever, you're working full time, you're working from home. You create a lifestyle that you become accustomed to. In sex work, the idea of leaving sex work can be very challenging and very frightening. That makes it very difficult to even want to think of the idea of quitting or explore the idea of quitting or even generally just go out there and find yourself, quote unquote, a job. But some have taken bull by the horns and dived into becoming self-employed entrepreneurs in various things for entrepreneurship. I know a lot of sex workers, they left the industry to become coaches, relationship coaches, authors, also in the category of self-employed entrepreneur. And for me personally, internet marketer. So the idea that leaving sex work is going to be this horrific experience is actually not true. You have to look at it as something you need to do for yourself personally, whether personal growth, personal change, or personal circumstances. And then I reached about 2013 and I started to get into this whole medical scare. I was going through a lot of stress, and I was going through so much stress that my arm, this arm right here, would seize and spaz, and it just affected my whole environment of I couldn't work, but I had to work, and because I had to work, I just had to push through with a lot of stress. And for me, I reached a point in my career of being a cam girl where I like the work, I like the freedom, but I hated that I was restricted. And if I didn't work, I didn't make any money. And it wasn't good for me at all. And at the time, 2013, I didn't want to go out there and put another resume out there and get myself another job because it wasn't going to fit for me. It just wasn't. So I decided to look at my other options. When I looked at my whole career in the industry of adult content and being online and being a blogger and just being a general person who provides entertainment and value on the internet, I discovered that I was limiting myself to one particular category or role or persona that I needed to look at everything else. So I looked at starting a business. Starting a business for me was my way of regaining back my power, regaining back my independence, and regaining back the freedoms that I love and enjoy and I'm so grateful for so much. So I got myself into affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing was something I learned when I started out as a cam girl. I had success in it. I generated about like a few $1,000s over the years being an affiliate for adult content websites as a cam girl. And when I reached 2013, I really gave myself that really hard look at what I want to do, what are my skills, what am I passionate about. I didn't really like this whole career skills assessment thing where I needed to look at what am I really capable of doing to create a living for myself that I'm going to enjoy and hopefully not experience quick burnout or high stress environments, that I can live and I can support myself and enjoy the things I like to enjoy. So this is where I ended up. I ended up being able to say, hey, I'm going to be a business owner. I'm going to be a home business owner, and I'm going to be an internet business owner. And it was different than saying that I'm a cam girl, because I now went from this part of the internet to this part of the internet. My whole world opened up when I looked into affiliate marketing networks and systems and programs. Wow. Yes. Wow. I did. So there's a link in the description of the program I found that I'm really passionate about, that I believe is a way of creating independence for yourself if you're looking for a change, but you still want to keep your income or keep your lifestyle that you're accustomed to for being a cam girl. So that's where we got into. I got into those things, and here I'm at now sharing you my journey, because I want to share to other people that are cam girls who are in the sex industry that it is possible to leave the industry and find a passionate career that can either replace your income or supplement your income depending on what your goals are. I found that when I went through the sex worker rights organizations that claim to help sex workers, they actually created more damage than good for me. Either they didn't want to touch the whole idea of leaving the sex industry, or if they did have programs about leaving the sex industry, they're what they call exit programs, they made it seem like I'm going through this recovery 12-step program, and it didn't make me feel any better about myself at all. And the only time I actually really felt better about myself and changing careers and looking at my life and planning my life is when I went through a college program and I work with their career exploration, career counselor, life skills professor, and she actually treated me as somebody that had skills, that needed to put those skills into use that I'm capable of, like my strengths, and more of things that either I'm really, really good at or things that I'm good at but I want to improve. And it gave me hope, and it gave me direction of knowing that I'm not into a box. I'm not into a box. I don't have to be in recovery of career, which is stupid to put those two words together when it comes to your living, your lifestyle, and your finances. So this is where I'm at now. I am into being an affiliate marketer. I'm into being an online brand, and now I'm potentially looking at being a coach, because I've discovered that when you work on the internet full-time in sex work, whether it's phone sex, creating content for websites, or being a cam girl, and you reach to a point that you want a career change, it's difficult to go into it and into the way that I did, going through career employment services or going through quote-unquote exit strategy sex worker programs that claim to help sex workers. They really make it confusing. They really make it more stressful. They really make it, you feel judged, you feel like brainwashed in a way. And I didn't like that. I didn't like it, and I don't want other people to go through that. This is why I'm making this video. And yeah, this is part of a journey that I'm going through that I'm hoping I should be able to share with you maybe once a month, maybe once a week. I do not know, but I know that I will be talking about this a whole lot more.